Do you want to know how to build successful teams? Google has answered this question through a project which is called Project Aristotle, which they started in the year 2012. Before I share the details of this project, I just want to let you know that this project, until now, that remains one of the best pieces of research on the topic of successful teams. Another thing is that this is one of the largest non-academic research of its kind in the world. In the year 2012, they started this study and they wanted to know the recipe of a successful team. What makes a team successful? Is it having a PhD makes it successful? Is it having a mix of different personality types, or maybe when a group of friends they work together, that makes the team successful? So they have studied almost 100 plus variables. But also, in order to carry out this project, they studied almost 180 teams comprising on 37,000 employees. That data included their name, gender, nationality, profession, almost everything. They just wanted to know what is that unique mix which makes a team successful. And after studying it for almost 4 years, they were unable to find any common pattern. So what they realized that whole equation doesn't matter. The thing that really matters is the culture of that team. It's how do they interact with each other. So based on their findings, they were able to identify 5 qualities of successful teams. So if you really want to build a successful team, you need to make sure that you have all of these 5 qualities. In this video, I will not be sharing all the 5. Maybe that's another topic for some other time. For this video, I'll just be focusing on the number 1 quality, and the quality which they put it on top, and that quality is called psychological safety. Psychological safety might be a new concept to you, but let me tell you that they have already tried and tested this concept in Harvard University. But I'm really happy to see that this concept has been traveling to the Middle East as well, and here people have started gaining awareness on the concept of psychological safety, and they have started talking about it. So I feel blessed and happy to see that. So the question is that what is psychological safety? The best way to test psychological safety in your team is to see that whenever they make a mistake, there are 2 possibilities. The first possibility is that they have a fear of being punished or of being reprimanded. So what do they do with that mistake? They just push it under the rug. They do not bring it up at all. The second possibility could be in which they have that safety and security of putting their mistake on the table so that all the other team members take it as a learning opportunity and they do not repeat it, or maybe they can reach to a common understanding of the situation or maybe of the problem. If that is your case, then congratulations, you have psychological safety in your team. If not, then you can use this video as your starting point and start working towards building a culture, building an environment where each of your team member has a sense of psychological safety. Now, this whole discussion leads us to another important question, that being a leader, how you can create a sense of psychological safety within your team. It's difficult, but I think that is the only way. If you really want to create a sense of psychological safety within your team, then you need to show your mistakes to them. You need to show your weaker side to them. I know that there is a misunderstanding among all the leaders and managers that we have, is that they need to show that they are perfect and they need to have an I know it all kind of mentality. But let me tell you again, it has been tried, tested and proven that once you're willing, once you're able to share your mistakes, your shortcomings or your vulnerabilities with your team members, once you're willing to put it on the table, that trust me, you will be opening doors for them as well. Then they will start doing the same thing, then they will start reciprocating the same feeling. So that is the first tip. Once we're comfortable once we're able to show each other our weaker sides, once we're able to show each other our shortcomings or the errors or the mistakes that we make, that is the starting point to build a successful team. Thank you.